Welcome to a video tutorial with Ms. Taylor. Today's topic is percent by mass, sometimes called mass percent. And just a reminder, percent literally means per 100. So that's where in the formula you get the times 100, and your formula for a percent is always a part over the whole times 100. So in chemistry, normally when we're doing mass percent, we're talking about a compound. A compound is two or more elements that are bonded. So your compound is the whole, the elements are the parts. Now, mass percent problems can become more complicated when you have to actually calculate some of the individual things using formulas, but we're going to start with just a simple example. So perhaps you were given a 500 gram sample of carbon dioxide, and it tells you that 136.5 grams of that sample is carbon. So we want to know what are the mass percents of carbon and oxygen in this compound. Okay, so let's set this up. We'll do carbon first. Now, we do the part over the whole. Carbon is the part we're looking at, and if we read our problem, we have 136.5 grams of carbon. And our whole is the compound carbon dioxide, and there's 500 grams of it. So if you plug that into your calculator, you should get, and I'm going to round that to 3 sig figs, 27.3%. So 27.3% of carbon dioxide's mass is made up of carbon. Now, the question also asks you for oxygen, the other element. Okay. Now, this is a simple task if there's only two elements in the problem, because we should remember that percent means per 100, so the sum of the percents must equal 100. So to get oxygen, you can simply say 100 minus 27.3, and you're going to get 72.7%. And there are your two answers. The other way you could have looked at the oxygen calculation and said, well, I know that my total mass was 500 and that 136.5 grams of that was made up of my carbon, so bring our handy dandy calculator over here. 500 minus 136.5, 363.5. And then you could have set up 363.5 over 500 times 100. And you still would have gotten 72.7%. Now, if the problem has 3 or more elements, you can't do that. You're going to have to actually take each individual mass, like this part, and calculate. So the big things to remember is that the percent is the part over the whole times 100. The part is the element, the whole is the compound that you're analyzing.